You know what I'm feeling today? It's like a feeling of like I feel like a joke. I feel like it's a feeling where the only thing I could describe it is like I feel like a joke. Although in reality, like I have I have a publishing company. I've published 4 books and I'm about to publish another one, and I still have a lot of unpublished works in the background. But I really still feel like a joke, and I don't know how to release that. I really don't know how I could perfectly describe that, except like it's like a feeling of everyone seems to know what to do. Everyone seems to know what they want in life, but it's like a feeling of you're left behind. You kind of missed out on a lot of things. You kind of feel like an outsider, a feeling like you don't belong, you don't fit. And the weird thing is, although I'm in Deutschland, it's obvious where I really feel like, although I'm integrated and I function here, but there's still kind of the cultural difference and all. What's odder is it's not even an alienating feeling, because back in the Philippines, I already felt like a joke. I feel like an outsider. I feel like whatever ideas I have, whatever things that I say is causing either surprise, awe, or discussions. And because of that feeling of not being able to fit in any sort of community, it's like a feeling in my 30s now. Like, now that I'm talking a lot about my childhood online, and the more that I share things with you, it's like the more these things are coming up in my head, where how comfortable I am to speak it out loud, to speak the thoughts that I may not know are lurking, like lurking beneath me, and I really don't know what to do with them the moment they come up, or I don't know. Like everyone, especially my age, 30s, like like people my age, they usually have like like they're paying taxes, the feeling of like adulting, and they're so used to it, and it's so weird because I'm in my 30s, but I feel like having the baby steps. It's like my 20s was spent really like in the dark, where I feel like I was living but never really get to live, and sort of like the feeling of being able to tell myself like, wow, I did something in my 20s. And it's not like I resent myself. I resent my old self for doing that and not being able to do things and accomplish things. Well, it's a feeling. Again, it's a feeling. Although in reality, I earned quite a lot of money from writing. I wrote hundreds of articles for others, for other people's businesses. I worked with clients from different parts of the globe. But it's still a feeling of like there's something missing. And now that I'm in a position where I finally discovered that treasure, that gem that I know that will keep me alive, this precious thing that I don't want to lose. I'm now in. It's a weird feeling, because I am now a publisher. I am a self-publisher. I write my books, publish my books. I edit my books. I have all the decisions. I own the decisions, what will happen. And like I have the chance to be accountable and own those decisions finally around the very thing that was prevented in my childhood and in my 20s. Because my childhood and 20s was about adulthood. I have to grow up fast because I have, I was surrounded with unreliable adults. And because I was surrounded by unreliable adults, I was, in my heart, it was like I have to be an adult fast. Because I know at school, I will be my own guard. I will be my own warrior in defense against teachers, against others who try to dim and diminish. I want to say diminish, but it's somehow kind of dim my light. And somehow, I don't know if it's like life placed me in such an outcasted position where I got to use in my childhood all the way until now. I'm used to being alone. The feeling of being alone. The feeling of I will never fit in. I will never be in a community. I will never find the one tribe who will accept me for who I truly am. And maybe because I'm too weird, I'm too unusual, but my husband wanted to revise that into you're interesting. You're an interesting woman. Instead of seeing yourself as weird. It's a shift of mindset, a shift of perspective to how I want to see myself, really. But it's a weird thing because I'm in my 30s now and I'm still reacting like in my grade school, where I feel like I have to defend myself against something. I feel like I have to feel measured in everything I do when I have all the decisions in however I write the book, in however I want to design the book, in however I want to publish the book, in however I want to market the book. It's like I am my own boss now. I am the job, but I still feel like a joke. Maybe because it's like I don't feel supported enough. Or maybe because it's like I have lack of resources. Or is it because lack of resources, financial and emotional, maybe spiritual, psychological. So I don't know if this message resonates with you, but this is kind of what I'm feeling right now. And although my other brain is, have this fuel and drive to create for example, a course. Because I have this big course in mind and I really feel like, oh, this will do something good and all. But the other side of me is like, no, you can't do that. And it makes me kind of confused because this is me. And these are like two sides of me coming out. And I don't know what to do and what to say. Except sharing it with you. And maybe if you listen to this and you can, maybe is there something like you can share and maybe then we can learn from each other. Or if you're feeling like this too, and maybe then you can resonate with whatever I'm saying right now. Or if you're in the same position as I am right now, like I feel like there's so much more, but there's this thick blanket wherein I feel like it limits me from doing something. But it's not like a visible thing, it's an invisible thing. It's like I'm in a phase where, in my shadow work, I'm now in a phase where I'm acknowledging what is lurking beneath under my consciousness. What is trying to block me, what is trying to make things non-accessible to me. And it feels so uncomfortable because it feels intense. I feel all like the fear, anxiety, all these traumatic responses. It's like my body is keeping the score, and these scores were kind of like flashed back in my brain as if they were fresh, as if things happened just yesterday and I don't know what to do with it. And the only way that I could do with it is just to share and acknowledge that this exists, and these thoughts and feelings still exists, although I'm in my 30s, and these things happened, all these memories happened like more than like years ago. But still, the impact, I never realized the impact of everything now that I'm sitting here sharing these thoughts with you and just explain what's bothering me somehow. So I don't know if this resonates with you, but let me know in the comments section below. And if you'd like to support me, you can check out the links in the description below. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. It's a personal note from me as a person. I'm talking to you with my soul and my heart on the line. And yeah, that's all for today. It's kind of melancholic, but yeah, that's how I'm feeling these days. So anyway, see you in the next video. I love you very much from the bottom of my heart. Cheers.